Walk your hands forward, like stretch out through the side body. And bring your forehead to the floor, and then relax onto your mat. Take some deep breaths here. And from here, if your knees are apart, let's bring the knees closer together. They can be about hip width apart, that's fine too. But we're gonna just start doing some rocking forward and back. So rocking forward into a little back bend here, and then back into child's pose. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's do a few of these, moving at the pace of your breath. Moving with control. And let's stop in child's pose. And then come up to tabletop, all fours. We'll do some cat cows here. Again, moving with your breath. Inhaling as you drop the belly and exhaling as you round the back. And trying to feel full range of motion in your spine. Couple more. And come to a neutral spine. And we're going to extend the right leg back and the left arm forward. So start with a flat back, belly in, reaching in opposite directions. And then let's inhale and lift your arm and your leg using your back strength. And let's curl in elbow to knee. Hold it here. And now we're going to do our inhale and exhale move with your breath. So inhale, reach, back bend. Exhale, round. Do a few of these, moving with your breath. After your next round, let's come back to all fours. We'll do the other side, so extend the left leg back and the right arm forward. Get as long as you can. And then we're going to inhale, lift and hold. And then round, elbow to knee and hold. And then moving with the breath, extend, inhale, and round, exhale. And move at your own pace. A few of these. Moving with precision, with awareness. After your next round, let's come back to all fours. And just do some shoulder mobilization here. So we're going to mostly keep the body how it is, but then sink the chest down between the arms and then push the chest up. So you're just moving down and up between your arms, just mobilizing your shoulders. So what's actually happening here is your shoulder blades are widening apart as you press away from the floor, and then coming together as your chest comes down towards the floor. Let's curl the toes under, sit back on your heels. We'll do some circles with the shoulders forward. And then reverse directions. Let's pull the right arm across. And then pull the left arm across. And then we're going to bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Give our toes a little break here. But then we're going to bring the right arm behind. Grab your right elbow with your left hand for this tricep stretch. So you're reaching your fingers down your spine. Try to keep your head up and neutral. And let's switch arms. Bring that left fingertips down the spine. Use the right hand to pull your elbow in. And release. And let's do some wrist circles. And switch directions. We can make a fist and do some wrist circles within a fist. All right, let's come back onto all fours, and then we're going to come into plank pose. So curl toes under, lift your knees up. Press into your fingers and knuckles. Pull your abdomen in towards your spine. Reach back through your heels. And then let's lift the right leg. Just hover that right leg. And let's bring the right knee to the left elbow. So cross here. Just hovering. And then we're going to come all the way through into our split leg side plank. Lift your hips. We're going to come out the way we went in. So we're going to hover the left knee at the left elbow again, bringing the left hand down to the mat first. Hover that right knee at the elbow. And then send the right leg back, hover the right leg up. And right foot down. And then let's lift the left leg. Left leg hovers. And then bring the left knee to the right elbow, hover. And bring the left leg all the way through, side plank, right arm up. And then right hand down, hover that left knee at the right elbow again. And then send the left leg back. And left foot down. And we'll come down to the knees, child's pose, stretch out your shoulders. And then we're going to come forward onto the elbows. Plant your palms, pull your chest through for Sphinx. So from here, let's lift onto the knees. Get a little engagement in the abdomen. And then if it's possible for you today, Curl your toes under and lift into forearm plank. Let's walk the toes forward into dolphin, which is downward dog, just on your elbows. So keep the top of your head up off the floor. Stomach in, lift your hips. Press the floor away. You can have a little bend in the knees. And let's bring the knees down, sit back on your heels. Bring the hands to the lap. Find one place for your eyes to focus. Take a few breaths. Then let's come forward into plank again. Raise the right leg, hover. Bend your right knee, bring it to the left elbow, hover there. Come all the way through side plank. Face the floor, hover the knee at the elbow again. Extend the right leg back, hover. Right foot down, left leg up. Left knee to right elbow. Come through side plank. Face the floor, elbow to knee. Send the left leg back, hover. And left foot down, knees down. Child's pose. Come forward into Sphinx. Lift onto your knees. Feel the abdomen engage. Curl toes under, lift into forearm plank. Walk the feet forward into dolphin. Bring the knees down. Sit back. We're coming to our straddle, so bring your legs apart. And just forward fold here. Taking some deep breaths into these areas that you're stretching. So you can't physically breathe into your legs, but imagine sending your breath to those areas, using your exhales to soften the muscles. Slowly stack your spine. Let's bring the right foot in and then turn towards your left leg and fold over the left leg. Trying to get a nice stretch in the lower back on the right side. And make sure that right hip is staying grounded. And slowly come up, and we'll do a side stretch from here. So right arm comes up and over, as chest is facing forward. Again, trying to get a stretch into the lower back on the right here and up the side of the body. You can experiment with keeping the left toes flexed up or keeping your left leg relaxed. Let's come back up to the center, switch legs, and we'll turn to face the right leg, fold over. And then come up, face the front, lift the left arm up and over. Keep that left hip grounded. Come back up to center. Bend the knees up, feet are hip width apart. Plant your palms under your shoulders, fingers pointing forward. We're going to lift into reverse tabletop, so lift your hips. Your chin can be tucked, or if it's okay for your neck, let your head hang. Keep your glutes engaged, keep lifting your hips. And bring the hips down. And we'll come into bridge next. So bring shoulders to the floor. Make sure you can just barely touch your heels. We'll lift the hips up. Again, squeezing through the glutes, making sure that the knees stay just about 6 inches apart. And slowly lower the hips down. And we'll come back up for another set of reverse tabletop. Lift your hips. And hips down. Roll down for one more set of bridge. Lift your hips. And bring your hips down. And let's roll back up to seated and come to the top of your mat for a squat. So feeling your nice compression in your hips and a release in the lower back. Maybe a little stretching in the calves and the Achilles tendon. Come up to dangle. Feet hip width apart. About 2 fists width between your feet. Grab your elbows if you'd like. Practice transferring your weight to different parts of your feet. From here, stomach in, we're gonna bend deeply into the knees and bring your arms up parallel to the floor for our version of chair pose. Make sure all your body weight is back in the heels. Stomach's in, protecting the back. Chest is lifted, arms are strong. And from here, we're gonna come into a standing split, lifting the right leg. So hands down, right leg up. If you'd like, wrap the left forearm around the back of your calf and grab your ankle. Pulling your chest towards your thigh. And now we're going to step into a high lunge. So gently put that back foot down and lift up. And back into our standing split. And back to chair. Moving deliberately with precision. Standing split, other side, lift your left leg. Again, option to wrap your arm around your right leg and grab your ankle from the back. Gonna step into high lunge, try to set your foot right where it's supposed to go, and lift up. Back into your standing split. Back to chair pose. And now just for fun, let's see if we can roll from here slowly and deliberately into shoulder stand. Come down to your seat, roll back, lift your legs up. Slowly come down. See if you can roll back to the front of your mat into squat. And come to dangle. And come to chair. Standing split, right leg up. Set the back leg down, high lunge. Standing split. Chair pose. Standing split, other side, lift your left leg. Set the back foot down, high lunge. Standing split. Chair pose. And sit down, roll into shoulder stand. Plow pose, set your feet on the floor behind you. And slowly roll down all the way onto your back. You can leave your knees bent up. Just take a few breaths here, feeling your low back, pressing onto your mat. Let's cross the right ankle onto the left knee. Pull in about halfway. You might want to grab the right foot with the left hand and then let your legs drop over to the left. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of a stretch for the right glutes. And release, bring your feet back to center. Cross the left leg onto the right knee. Pull in about halfway. Maybe grab that ankle on the right side and then let your legs fall off to the right. And release, come back to center. We'll do a little deeper twist now. So hug your knees all the way in and then let your legs fall over to the left. So you're really got your knees snug up next to you. That's going to bring the twist a little higher up your spine. And then option to turn your head to the right. Let's bring the knees back to center. Hug them in nice and tight again, and then keeping that tightness, drop over to the right. Option to turn your head to the left. Let's come back to center. Squeeze the knees in one more time. And before we come into Savasana, let's just come into a butterfly pose, reclining. So feet together, knees fall open to the sides. And when you're ready, slide your legs out long. Set yourself up for Savasana. Take some breaths, let your body melt into the mat. If your mind is wandering, come back to your body. Watch your abdomen rise and fall as you breathe. Start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. If you'd like, bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then either turn onto your side to push up or roll on your spine back to seated.